Namaste, good evening, and a very warm welcome to all of you. Myself, Sharanya Gurusatya, the coordinator of Indian Classical Dancers Association. I welcome you all to this association, which is having members close to 1,700 across 9 WhatsApp groups and more than 18,000 dancers across the globe who are following the ICDA Facebook page. And this group consists of senior practitioners, students of art, and the group itself has been hosting several events during the pandemic, including online lecture series, online dance competitions, dance events, the recent one being the Navaratri Dance Festival, and many more to be coming in this year, 2022. A very happy new year to all of you. On this note, 21st November 2021, the demise of Sri Gopakumar Sir, who was the founder coordinator of ICDA and who's no more with us, is surely creating a void in the Indian Classical Dancers Association. And with his vision to carry forward and to connect to dancers and artists and art lovers across the globe, we would just like to begin the session with a 1-minute silence offering to Sri Gopakumar Sir. Thank you so much. Now coming to today's event, a very unique and I would say a contemporary topic in the ICDA forum that we're presenting today, and the need of the hour for all artists, digital marketing. And we have been speaking and collaborating with so many artists worldwide, presenting a lot of videos. But yes, how are we going to present ourselves into this world audience? And we are here presenting this topic, digital marketing and the online virtual stage. Surely an opportunity for the artists to expand the reach. We have Mr. Rajesh Gupta, who is the founder director of Design Accent. Design Accent is a 14-year-old advertising agency and a 360 degrees IT solution provider with services such as the software development, website design, e-commerce solution, social media marketing, mobile application, corporate branding. And Mr. Rajesh Gupta is the founder director of Design Accent, who specializes in social media marketing, creating and strategizing online market strategies for many corporate and social events. Under the leadership of Mr. Rajesh Gupta, Design Accent enjoys a variety of clientele, right from the education industry to fitness industry, from fashion and to products-based industries. We also have Ms. Neetu Gupta, who is heading the virtual events division with the SAS product of Design Accent. So we welcome Mr. Rajesh and Ms. Neetu today for this webinar. We are really looking forward to a lot of inputs into design marketing and how can we market us as artists in this world forum. Over to you, Mr. Rajesh.
Thank you, Ms. Sharanya. Just begin the presentation first, and then we can look after the Q&A after the presentation. I'll just share my screen. Good evening, everyone. This is Rajesh Gupta here from Design Accent. I would like to thank every one of you for joining us today. Apologies for the background noise from my side. Before we proceed further with our presentation, I would like to express my deepest condolences to all the family members, friends, and well-wishers of Gopa sir. We lost him too soon. Any amount of words cannot justify the good work he had been doing for so many years. We will miss him, and may his soul rest in peace. And as they say, the show must go on. I am proceeding further with our presentation today. Just to give you a quick overview of who we are. Design Accent was founded in 2006. We are a creative agency with a strong digital and software development background. With a small team of a variety of experience in the digital field, we are a one-stop shop for all digital marketing and software requirements. With 20 years of experience, we have been in the journey of many small startups who are now high net worth businesses. Here is a variety of brands and projects we have worked over the years. Now, moving on to the main topic for which we all have gathered today virtually. Digital marketing and online virtual stage. A lot of old mediums have been taken over by new formats with the use of technology. Now, whether we see pros or cons, it's up to our perspective. But from the time internet and mobiles have come in, everything has changed. So in order to connect to any particular audience, digital marketing has time and again proved beneficial. If you see the points mentioned here on this slide, today we can connect with the audience anywhere, any time of the day through emails, WhatsApp, social media, websites, and so on. Just the way we are looking to connect with our audience. Fortunately enough, audiences are also equally looking online for what they need. So I believe this is the best case scenario for us to just make sure we are available online whenever there is a requirement. The statistics here shows, this is interesting, I think you should all pay attention. Around 4.5 billion people across the world are on various social media platforms. It means almost 4 times of Indian population. This number forms more than 50% of the total population of the world. And every year, this number is increasing by 10%. The average time spent on social media tools are approximately 2.5 hours per user per day. And these are the platforms largely Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. These are commonly used. Now you see with this chart, the potential and power of social media, which can reach to any heights. All depends on how you are using it. So what is stopping us? I believe, apart from the small other things, mindset being the main reason for this. A little shift in the mindset can bring in great transformations and opportunities. If we want internet to work for us, we will have to work on the internet first. Technology can be very challenging and difficult at times. In fact, changing the mindset is difficult and challenging. Let me give you a quick example. Look at Amitabh Bachchan. He's touching his 80s. He's more active on social media than anyone else 20 years younger to his age. Is he getting more work because of this? No. He is just keeping up with the trends. We can do the same. We can always upgrade ourselves while being at home just through our mobile phones. Constant activity will lead to interactivity, which will further lead to opportunities. Now, here is another example. Samira Reddy, I'm sure a lot of you might know her, a yesteryear actress, now a mom and a housemaker. She started her Insta account and then started posting on a regular basis just for fun. Now she's an influencer and endorsing brands. How? Consistency. She started the Insta account and kept on posting interesting and funny videos. The content was original and she was consistent. She made several funny videos with her mother-in-law, kids, husband, and tried to be original and fresh. This way, her followers rose to 1.4 million users. And now she's an influencer, endorsing many brands and earning good money being a mother and a housewife. Isn't that interesting? It's never too late to start. If you follow these simple steps, I'm sure you can benefit out of this. Choose your appropriate social media tool. Take simple steps to start your social media handles, whether it is Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Post new contents and repost your past best memories and performances. Invite your existing friends and past well-wishers or audiences to follow you and like your posts. Build your own network first. Comment, reply back to each feedback you receive on the post. Pay attention to each comment you are receiving and reply to your audience to keep them engaged. Remember, they should like you enough to stay on your page for a longer period. Once you connect with your audience, everything will follow. Inquiries, brands, shows, and so on. Start now, even if it's small steps. We just need momentum. To begin with, we can go organic. Organic means your post will get to your friends and their friends, and so on. Start posting on regular basis. Organic marketing brings results because it takes time. A lot of effort and working constantly on your website or social media tools is involved. To get listed in the first page of Google can really take a long time. If there's no traction on your post or website, it's going to take a while. Here is an example. If you search on Google, Bharatanatyam dancers near me, here are the results. Now, this can take a while depending on how aggressive you are. Boosting means paid promotion. Means your post will reach to similar audiences and new audiences. Here is an example. If you search on Google, Bharatanatyam dancers near me, you can see the paid promotion ads on the first page. Boosting can be done in every platform, whether it is Google, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Either ways, you will reach your destination, that is for sure. Timeline of reaching the destination is in your hands. We need to build substantial audience reach. Increase your knowledge on how does virtual hybrid events function. Connect, share your profile, links to various event managers, agencies. Participate in a few online virtual events of national and international artists. You will understand how easy it is to be part of such virtual events. Remember, technology is very easy. No one taught us how to use WhatsApp, Zomato, Google Maps, and so on. Here are some of the examples on how internet helps to every kind of profile. Internet does not judge anything, whether it is silly or serious. If many people are liking it, then it's going to make it viral, no matter what it is. Among the examples listed here, some of the profiles would have never imagined the kind of reach they got from where it was being posted from. I call it only a miracle of the internet. And miracles are happening very often in today's era. See the amount of videos getting viral and people getting famous online on daily basis. Remember, all this while, everything that we discussed did not mention any kind of small or big investments. We have got a brief overview and of so many things here. Now, let's discuss action plan. Awareness. You should be aware on how technology works, what content you should put on your website, which social media tool works best for you, and above all, what is your audience looking for? Connect with content. Put more thoughts on your contents because it is the key to connect with your audience. Bring more freshness and excitement portion in your content. Keep it short, crisp, and engaging. Association. This is very important. Any kind of association with anyone always helps. Take the help of social media experts and take necessary tips. You can also do cross promotion or barter with other artists. Coming to the main point here is paid promotion. It's the same. More fuel you put, the more fire you create. Boosting your brand through paid promotions always helps in you reaching your goal. If you need to cut the competition, then try to be ahead in your race. Now, here are some of the mind-boggling figures just to boost our motivation. What you see on the screen are just some of the top earners among hundreds of such profiles. These are an average profile with an average earning. There are many such profiles which are earning more or even lesser than the one shown here. But this is just a reference to show how talented people are making money online. Just have a look at these profiles. I'm sure some of you might have seen, might have not seen, but they are all making great money online. Things to invest on. Make a good website with the right keywords and right elements. Make sure what your website's objective is. Is it just for brand building or getting inquiries? Decide and plan accordingly. Video showreels. There is a famous say, "Jo dikhta hai, wo bikta hai." Make great videos with nice backgrounds, clear sound, do some editing, and then upload it. Audiences always like finished product. No matter how great content is, if the video quality is bad, you lose the views. Social media promotions is the key. If the budget permits, go for it. Go for paid promotions as that will drastically help you in getting the required attention. Brand tie-ups. Tie up with third parties like event managers and get as much as opportunities you can. Now let's come to the brief summary. So I hope you have got some insight with this brief session today. Actually, online marketing is a very vast topic and it's difficult to summarize everything in such short time. But I think I would like to insist upon the following points which might be helpful. First thing is, it will not happen overnight. Please understand, no one can achieve success overnight, even if they receive that could be short-lived. Content. It's as it's rightly said, content is the king. Make great content and you will see the result. Be consistent and disciplined when it comes to posting. People will forget you if there's a long gap in your post. Have passion for your brand and not for the number of followers first. If you're passionate enough towards your brand, followers will be there. Collaborate with influencers, brands similar to your industry, and do cross promotions and collaborate with event managers, virtual shows, etc. Last but most important point is never stop. Keep going. Results will follow soon. So this was a brief presentation. I would like to invite my colleague Neetu Gupta here, who heads the event division. She's been in the event industry for everyone. Sorry. This is Rajesh Gupta here from Design XC. Sorry. So she's been in the event industry for almost 13 years now. And since the pandemic, she's done more than 30 virtual events and still going strong. Over to you, Neetu. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rajesh. Thank you for the nice introduction. And good evening to everyone. I hope you might have got some insight regarding the online marketing, how it happens, which is the right platform for you, how to choose the right platform, and how to go about it. As before I start, I just wanted to summarize what Rajesh has said, because those 4 points are very, very important for you, that you have to work on a very good content. If you're all our performers, all our artists, you all are so talented, just bring out those nice talent and just convert it into a fresh, very interesting content, maybe nice, good performances, short, crisp, and very good performances, videos, and post it. Use the right keywords, where to find your audience. Just find the right keywords, just find the right audience across the internet, and then start going gradually. And you have to very passionate about. It's not like, as Rajesh has rightly said, it will not happen overnight. We didn't achieve what we have achieved overnight. Neither you have achieved what you have achieved overnight. You have started with a simple foot movement. Now you have become such a nice, good performers. So start gradually, and then just keep on putting content, just keep on interacting with your audience, and very soon you will reach where you want to go for. This is the power of, this is the beauty of social media. Amitabh Bachchan didn't get so many millions of people on day one. Of course, he might have got thousands, but not so many. So even he had to put content every now and then. So yes, never stop, keep going. And we are there to help you sort out all your questions. So we will take all the questions. I'm sure all of you must be having lots of questions, and we will be happy to have them. So let me just finish. I'll just give you a brief about that virtual platform, which Charanya has been saying, Rajesh has been using it. So what is virtual platform? I guess even in 2019, as Rajesh has given me this, adjective that, I have been experienced in doing in virtual conference. I didn't know what virtual platform is 2 years before. I consider myself technologically challenged person, but trust me, this entire pandemic has changed our overview. What we were in 2020 February, we are very different today. These 2 years have been like a 360-degree change in our perspective. So like everybody, the entire world, not only us, the entire world was actually down in grief when the pandemic hit, and we were no exception. And even we had our share of struggle in the company, and we thought, now how is going to happen? I have been in event industry since past 14 years working as a director, and 42 physical events had been washed off in 2020, where I was sitting with 0 event in March 2020. So then, but that didn't stop us. We didn't lay off anybody. We kept our employees positive, motivated, and then we brainstormed and we came out with our own virtual platform. We had seen very few virtual platforms in international market, but there was none in India at that point of time. We coined the idea and we brought this virtual platform, an affordable virtual platform, I must insist, which could have been useful for my clients, and my clients has been using it so far. So I would like to show you the virtual platform which I have, and then probably I will take you through a couple of events, artist events which we have done, so that you will have a very nice understanding what this virtual platform is all about, and then we can have questions. Just allow me a minute. Let me just share. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Welcome to VEX, Virtual Events and Exhibitions.
I hope the sound is on.
No.
Get simpler, user-friendly, and cost-effective virtual platform. Free landing and registration page on sign up. Virtual lobby with extensive branding options. realistic auditorium feel. With real-time user attendance tracking. Best exhibition stall designs in the industry. Enter the networking lounge and connect with your potential customers and partners. The new world has already switched to virtual events. Sign up today for a free demo. Virtual events and exhibitions. Contact us at info@virtualeventsx.com. www.virtualeventsx.com.
Okay, so this was an introductory video of our platform. I would like to show you a real events which we have done for corporate and artists, where the performance, the artists have been involved. Though we have done a lot of conferences so far for associations, for corporates, for 2 days program, 3 days program, hundreds of presentations have been shared. So just let me show you a couple of events which we have done for the artists. So you will have an idea how it happens. Okay, so this event we had done for Milan Singh. Milan Singh is a singer from Doordarshan Times. She is very famous in northern part of India, Punjab, and in US and Canada and UK as well. And she had done more than 4,000 physical shows all across the world. During pandemic, now people wanted to have some more concerts. So then we coined this idea to her that, why can't we do the virtual event for her, the virtual music concert, to which we actually did the virtual concert for her. And I'll just show you how it happened. I just logged in. So I'm just going to enter. Is music there? Sorry, just to...
Yes.
Okay, so this concert was done on 11th of September, and it was 1.5 hour concert. Sorry, I couldn't show you the real concert because of the privacy issue, but this is how it looks. As you see that, we have a stage, virtual stage with some dynamic backdrops. You can have different types of stage design, and we can have some brandings over here. People, they used to put their comment over here. If they wanted to have some song on their request, they used to put their song or comment like, the show was great and all that. And then this used to reach to the Milan Singh, and she used to come live and then give the feedback and sing those songs which people had requested for. I'll just show you another event which we done for a corporate. They had their award shows. It was a 3D event where we created a chroma setup, hybrid event, where we created a chroma setup, and the management was at the venue, and the rest of the event was actually broadcasted on the virtual platform. So as you see that, this was a lobby where they did some brandings, and they had their videos, a welcome video to be played over here.
Apex is a complete risk management company for doctors and...
So I'll just take you through the auditorium, and I'll show you how we created an entire 3D stage. And
presenting the Apex Samman 2020. जिद है रोशनी खोज लाने की, फिर तमन्ना है सितारे जिंदगी बजा।
Some live performances.
अरे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
Stand-up comedians.
अरे एपेक्स सम्मान 2020 शुरू हो चुका है और मैं मजाक मजाक में मैं भी आ गया। अरे दिनेश भाई, दिनेश बावरा ने मुझे जिस तरह पेश किया, इतना लंबा लंबा मेरे बारे में बताया, मैं डर गया अंदर से कहीं।
सर्किट समझ अशोक कुमार, तुम जाना था धर्मेंद्र, खून पे प्राण की तस्वीर
So basically, we had several artists who actually came for this corporate show. This show was organized for the company to felicitate their internal employees, and in between they had some entertainments. So I'll show you that just now, I guess few days before, we had done a show for Nearby Technology. It's an IT company, and this was a monthly town hall which they had organized with a MC and all. So let me just play and show it to you.
Thank you so much to everyone joining us today, and a very, very warm welcome. My name is Varun Kapoor, your anchor, singer, entertainer, who is here to give you all a great, great time. I hope you all have your cameras on, your microphones on mute, and of course, get ready for a roller coaster of an event, because हम करने वाले हैं ढेर सारी मस्ती and आपको देने वाले हैं ढेर सारा मनोरंजन. Well, आज की जो शाम है, you all know why we've gathered here today. We've got some great awards lined up today, and we've got some.
Basically, this was just an overview of the platform, like, what we are doing, what we have done for many people right now, and how we are helping the artists, because these comedians, singers, during the lockdown, even they were contemplating how to go about it, how to go ahead, because the physical congregation is not possible and all. So we gathered and we ideated this whole concept, and then we threw it to our clients, and then they were quite happy to involve them, because it will break a monotony of a conference, of an event and all that. So this is what we have there, we have done. In fact, for performance artists also, we have several opportunity to showcase the branding of their sponsors. Like if somebody gets some sponsors, so we have several opportunities to showcase their brand, and the whole platform is very measurable. Like if you have 50 people, and if 50 people have logged in and they have spent on an average of 2 hours to 2.5 hours, you can calculate the time spent on that platform by each and every person. So this is very, very important for any company who is going to sponsor such event, who is going to sponsor these performances and dance performances or singing concerts and all that. So this comes as a package for the artist and for the people who are putting in money for those artists to create an event like that. So this was all my all about my event. So I just want to tell you one thing, that one message to all of you, that the new world awaits you, and you should start whenever and however you can, because the entire world is a stage waiting to see you perform and waiting to show your shine. So with this, thank you so much, and we are happy to have your questions so that we can sort it out for you. And if you have any further questions, you can write us. I'll just put my email ID over there, and we'll be happy to connect.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rajesh and Ms. Neetu. Just before I just leave the forum open, just a couple of questions from my end. See, we as artists, we are many of us are classical dancers across the globe, and we have been uploading, at least most of us in this lockdown, we've been collaborating on producing some small videos and posting it online, probably on Facebook or YouTube mostly. So is there a way that once we upload our work, how do we monetize it? Because that is something which I think many of us are looking at, is what is the way that we as artists, if we're going to upload, how can we monetize it? And if we need to boost some post, and how much should we pay and what are we going to get in return? If some clarity on that.
Sure.
That's my first question.
Sure. So monetizing can happen in two aspects. One could be if we have our own network which is growing enough, not to a very high extent, but at least it is on a growth mode. That's where we can upload our videos and create that attraction. That is the current one option. Second option is to collaborate with somebody who has already got that kind of audience available, and all they need is content. So there are two ways of either we build our own audience, like I said earlier, or we go to an association who already has this, and we keep sharing our videos and ideas as to this is our content, and if there's a good collaboration, then they will share our videos, and automatically we'll get that reach, which we will be trying to generate the kind of audience we're looking for. So both the ways are available for monetization. That was the first point, and the second one was you asked about. Second point, monetization, and there was one more thing you asked.
One is to monetize, and the second was the reaching part, as to
the boosting part.
How much should we pay to boost?
See, boosting is the most easiest part. I mean, in fact, there you don't need any third party. Any post in wherever you share on Facebook or Instagram, right below your post there is a boost option. So all we have to do, if you just follow the steps there, they would ask you what is your target audience. You just have to click on the interest levels that, okay, I'm looking for a specific audience. It will list down already whatever audiences are available online. We just have to pick and choose the audience and then define our budget as to every day we want to share or just one day promotion. Even if you start with 100 rupees, you will see without that 100 rupees you might be getting maybe 200 views. You just invest 100 rupees, I'm sure you will reach 1,000 views just in that 100 rupees. But that 100 will generate you more followers, more likes, and automatically the next video will get more views compared to the previous video.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And for so I would like to add one more point to what Rajesh has said regarding YouTube and Facebook. So for Facebook, so for monetization, YouTube is your platform. And see, this monetization, again, as I said, and as we have mentioned, it will not happen overnight. Keep on posting. See, when you are posting a video on YouTube, you have to put a right title and a right description. When you are posting a video, there is an option where you have to put a title and description and some hashtags and all that. So just work on that a bit. If you're putting a right description with the right keyword, if you are a Bharatnatyam dancer, okay, so what are the right keywords for you? Just try and find on the internet, Bharatnatyam, performers, Bangalore, India, whatever. So just put those right keywords over there and then post it, and just try and post it every week or something, and if you feel that, out of 10 posts, your 2 posts have performed really well in the past, try and repost that post once again after some time, so that there will be more and more traction. If 100 people have seen those posts, so if you are reposting it, probably it will reach out to more 100 people. So that way you will build your channel. So you have to build your channel in order to have more and more monetization on your videos. So keep on doing it.
There are many multiple platforms. For example, if I have made a small video, I can share that video on WhatsApp, on YouTube, on Instagram. Instagram also, you have 3 different formats, IGTV, Reels. So just imagine one video multiplied by 10 platforms. So that automatically gives you 1 into 10 options.
Reach. Yeah.
Yeah. Even Facebook has Reels, YouTube has Reels, and all of that. So It's very easy. You just have to constantly keep sharing.
You have to be on the internet all over. If somebody is trying to put your name, and then if somebody is putting on Google, your Facebook, your Insta, your YouTube, your website, everything should open. So this
And
is
also
how
the
it works.
algorithm, the way they work, I'll tell you the algorithms, how they work. If somebody is always online and sharing stuff, they would always push those profiles up. If someone is sharing one post a week and another person is sharing every day one post, whom do you think will get more eyeballs? Instagram or any, their algorithm works like that. The more active you are, the more it has been thrown on other people's thing. If you think I just posted one 4 days ago, I did not get many likes. It's not because of that post. It's because of the activities you keep doing online. If they see there's a profile, it's been very active. It's not just about sharing and forgetting about what happened. You have to like others' post. You have to comment. They see how this profile is interesting. They are sharing each other's likes and comments. All this works online. It's not just I just put an ad and I'm just sitting in waiting for likes and followers to come in. So we have to be online and have a communication with other platforms also.
Just to the continuation of what we're discussing, once I say I boost my post, I have already paid that 100 or 200 rupees, and maybe I've got some 200, 300 likes.
Yeah.
What is the authenticity that the person who is viewing is also somebody who is an art lover, or is it a layman, or do I know who's actually watching it, and what is it, how am I going to receive on a physical live audience? We know who's sitting, who's watching me and performing. So if it is going to be somebody who's across the globe, are we aware of who the audience are or where it is reached, and how are we going to understand this, whether it has actually reached the person?
Yeah.
The target.
I'll tell you an open secret here. The entire social media platform works on the 10% ratio. 10%. So when you see 100 view, 90% of the profiles, if you see, they will not be of your industry and of your audience. 90%. It's only the 10%. Entire platform works like that. If you want 10% of your, if you want 100% or 10%, you will have to cater it to another 1,000 people. For example, I want 100 people, I will have to show it to 1,000 people, because 90% of that will not be the target audience, because maybe the ones who are very active are not your audience. So we have to calculate 90% is scrap, is what we tell other clients, that if you want 10%, be ready to pay 90% for the non-interested people. But then for that 10%, whatever business you generate will take care of the money you spend on the 90% of the people. So if you get what I'm saying, is that's how, when you see a post 200 views, you'll say most of them are not very interesting profiles. I mean, they are not going to give me orders, or they are not going to connect me for anything. And then that will dishearten a lot of people, saying that I get all rubbish profile, people looking at my profile. But that's how it all works. 90% is not interested in that. So you have to look at 10%, and I'm sure that 10% will, again, whatever happens, will give you a boost to cover up on that 90% spend. So your 100 rupees has actually 90 rupees is gone down the drain. It's the 10 rupees which will get you business, which will take care of a 90 rupees expense.
Okay, and a last question with this, before we go on with questions from the participants, how can Design Accent help us to get through this?
See, yeah, I mean, this is a very interesting, industry. And over the years, what we've seen is a lot of these stand-up comedians, singers, and all of these people are already doing a lot of shows online, having some sort of a sponsors and stuff. And but there's no dance as such which we've seen over the this last 2 years, which is getting popular. Maybe have a sort of a fusion kind of a thing where 3-4 dancers come together and make a nice theme out of it, and maybe approach a couple of sponsors to back the event in terms of some the sponsorship, and then start up a virtual event. Because right now you would yourself, if you Google, try to see dancers virtual event, you will not find in India many virtual events going on for dancers. You will see for singers, You will see for stand-up comedians, there's a huge potential here. I mean, anybody who wants to learn, in fact, virtually Bharatanatyam, you would not find much people available. So there's a huge scope here, and we would be more than happy to even do a mock-up if you want. We can, create a theme wherein just make a small post out of that theme and throw an inquiry page and see what kind of inquiries we get. That will not involve a lot of effort. Just 4 or 5 people could come up with some ideas as to, let's create a fusion theme in mixing up with 3 or 4 formats and make a nice show out of it.
Sure. Maybe we're surely looking forward to it at the end of the session. Maybe we will have some collaboration happening. I will just leave the forum open, and then I shall read out the questions from the chat box as well. Okay, the forum is open for questions, and we have the first person, Ms. Deepa Ganesh. Would you want to read out your question, or shall I do it for you?
Okay. Charita, I'll read out. So, Ms. Deepa Ganesh has written that what is the budget we should allocate for a performance? What is a ballpark budget for a promotion of a 3-event evening festival? And what is the ideal number of social media posts and timeline suggested for publicizing the festival? Okay, so I think I would request Rajesh to answer this question, but I would just like to add one point here, Ms. Deepa, that there is not a certain number of posts to promote any event. I mean, because see, mostly what happens at event, you announce an event a month in advance or maybe a couple of months in advance, if not so far. So in order to populate that, you have to put on consistent post and information on your pages, like, if this, and you can break down the information. Like, for example, if you have a dance festival where you have 5 different kinds of performances happening, and some very known people who are coming, or anything, you just break down the informations and start putting one information at one given point of time, so that it will create a curiosity among your leads, who would like to come for that event. So this way you can actually make a very strategic marketing campaign and keep on posting. If you feel that, posting once or twice is not helping, so start making some small videos, some snippets of your performances, that what I'm going to look for. If you want to go for a movie, when you see the trailer, then you decide which movie you want to go for. Just make small trailers and start putting it. Here you have to be very innovative. And the beauty of social media is there is no set path that, A, B, C, D. You have to do all this ABCD. No, you can jumble up. You can do A, maybe A can work for you, A, Z, M, O, anything can work for you. Just be innovative and consistent.
There is no set format for anything that this is how you should go.
Right.
You just have to check the timeline as to how much time do I have for a particular event, if I'm doing it in 2 months time or 3 months time or 1 month's time. So you can always start with organic first. So you'll check yourself, what is my reach if I just go organic without paying anyone. So you will know, okay, in 15 days I have reached maximum. This is the, it's like a vehicle with a petrol. This is what I can reach. Now I have to fuel it up to go to the max. So that's where the budget comes in. And that's all. That's how you can allocate as to who's sponsoring, without sponsor, or, whatever it is. Budget wise, as I told you, 100, 200 rupees is also good enough to get some attraction. And it's like an ice ball. The moment you roll a small 100 rupee ice ball and throw it, slowly it just starts getting bigger. Because you've invested money in the platform, they also make sure they also want money end of the day. So they'll make sure you get that attraction and you'll spend more on it. So it's like a give and take from both the sides.
Right. So we have another question from Miss Maithili. My daughter Sapna has her YouTube channel since 2 years. She has 433 subscribers. She posts once in 2 weeks of her Bharatanatyam performances. When can she expect monetary benefits?
So now YouTube has increased their subscription, numbers. Earlier they used to do it for 2,000 subscribers. Now they've gone to 10,000, I believe, and they maybe keep changing it. But the idea is to keep growing. Now, right now, 433 is very low to convert that into monetization. But it doesn't mean that they are bad. They are very good because 400 itself should generate you on a regular basis 450, 500, 550, 600. This is how you will reach. And the moment you reach 1,000, you will see that 1,000 will automatically help you generate another 100. But you have to constantly keep posting. If the moment you stop posting thinking that 1,000 is not growing at all, believe me, that 1,000 also will come down. People will see the no videos coming in. Why am I subscribed to this person? They'll unsubscribe you. So you have to make sure that you keep posting.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And we have one question. Yeah, we have one question from Ms. Nandini Krishna. I guess she had sent it to me directly. So
Okay.
what does the virtual platform entail? Auditorium, etc., lighting, etc. Okay, so see this virtual platform which I had showed you. This is a interface where we can broadcast what is happening there at your end. If you want to do a virtual event or a pre-recorded virtual event properly in a very aesthetic manner, you can have a small auditorium and then you can do your setup and with lightings and all that, do the whole event together like how you're giving it for a physical event, record it, and then we can broadcast it, or the same setup we can do the live broadcasting to all your people. But yes, if you're doing it in a professional way, you do require an auditorium, you do require a proper lighting, or if you have a nice empty hall where you can do the entire setup at your place or your friend's place, you can also do that in that case. It's not necessary that we are going to show the entire stage. We will show just that portion where the performance is happening. So it is not mandatory to have the auditorium and everything, but yes, if you're doing it professionally, it's advisable you can have it.
Just to add on to this same question about going live from an event, the thing is, there would be some requirements from the end of the artist as well. So what kind of lighting is required, or what kind of internet connection is required, or is that completely, for example, if I'm going to be coming to Design Accent to help me out to telecast a live event of my my performance, so is that going to be completely it's going to be done by Design Accent, or is there something that's just pre-required by an artist to keep things ready?
We can always see what is available at the moment, what best is available from your side, and where is that shortfall which we think can fulfill. So based on that, we can always add on to that portion which makes it presentable, and then we can share it online.
Yeah, so like for example, if you're doing your performance in a particular venue, so for lightings and for other setup, if you have your local person to do it, you can do it. Otherwise, we can suggest, or if it is happening in the area where we have reached, we can do it for you. And of course, there are certain requirements when you're doing a live performance. As I said, that there should be a proper sound, there should be proper lighting, because just playing a small system next to your stage will not work, because the sound and lighting has to be so crisp that the entire performance should look very nice. And then the third, but the most important part is the internet, as Charana have rightly pointed out, that you can do the whole performance, but if there is no internet, we cannot take the bite to broadcast it. So these three things are very important, where Design Accent can definitely help, because we have been doing hybrid events from 2021 onwards. After second wave, when the small gathering had started, we are doing the hybrid event where we are, our partners, our vendors are putting the setup and the internet connections and all that, and we are taking the feed and we are broadcasting it across.
If you're doing it frequently, I would recommend you to first learn this from one of the professionals. We do it together, and then later on try to understand as much as possible so that you can do it on your own frequently. Otherwise, every time there will be a cost involved, and then you would think I cannot do this frequently. There is
Yes.
no rocket science in terms of getting a good lighting, getting a good camera. Phones, you know how good it is. Geo connection, you know how well the 4G works. So everything is available. It's just that the right format, the right way to do it. I mean, you can do it even on your rooftop terrace.
Okay.
Just 2 speakers and a nice Bluetooth speakers, and you can, lit the place up.
Okay, thank you. I think we have a question from Ms. Swati,
Yeah.
requesting you to kindly put up light on how to safeguard our profile with performed items or new releases in social media from plagiarism. Because we see that our artist profile is generally public, and as we need followers, and on that note, our content releasing on social media also becomes public.
Yeah.
We spend a lot for one music recording, and then when it is released, it is taken by others without giving credits to the artists. And this is a vital issue and a drawback of social media. So
this can always be safeguarded. The first thing is, whenever you make a video, always have a small watermark anywhere around the screen, whether it is your own channel or your email ID or anything. That way your content is rubber stamped with your identity. So tomorrow anybody sharing that video with your watermark on it, you can anytime claim to YouTube, Facebook, anywhere saying that this is my material. They will bring it down within a week's time. Any complaint on any video, they quickly respond, and they update that same information to the person who has uploaded it, saying that somebody is claiming this. If you don't put it down, there will be legal issues. So we have done this for many people whose videos have been shared by other people. We just say we are the owner of this video. If you don't stop, we'll proceed with the legal proceedings. So it's very easy. I mean, it should not be a problem.
I think it is also with the music, because see, most of it as dancers, we also are into creating our own music for our own performance.
Yeah.
So that way, when it is our choreography, that choreography has a different kind of a music with a different set of an orchestra or a different voice or a mridangist. So that becomes the ownership of the dancer for that particular music. But when we are producing it or presenting it on social media, the music is open for anybody to use. So how can we safeguard just the music also?
You cannot safeguard, but you can always report and claim that music back. So tomorrow, any video which goes online, I'm telling you to make sure there is a watermark. That's where the identity is matched. If you say that I have the video without the watermark, automatically you become the owners, because whoever is sharing it will have that watermark. So you can always claim it. It's just a matter of reporting. You will always see some report, claim on the copyright or anything in all the videos or anything you see online. That can always be reported. And in a way, if you see your stuff is getting viral, then that's also a good news for everyone, saying that, okay, even if they've copied and then, it's getting viral, you're getting famous. So in a way, they are doing cross promotion for you.
Yes.
You look at it both the point of views. I mean, you can either stop them and you promote it yourself, or just let it go viral and let everyone see you. Your watermark is already there with your email ID. So you're getting free promotion.
Sure, we'll keep this in mind. And we have a question from Ms. Shubhada Subramaniam. After 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, can you please give us an idea of how monetization works on a monthly basis, or what can we expect in actual numbers after reaching that many subscribers?
You can start off with anywhere from $100 to $200 a month.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that is the minimum. If you have 10,000 subscribers, you can start off from 100 to 200 is a minimum per month you can get. And depending on how many views that generates, it can be $500 to even $1,000 per month.
Thank you. And I think this is a direct request to Design Accent. Can Virtual Accent, Design Accent curate a fest with the handful of artists here?
Yeah. Let's make a theme out of it. We can always collaborate together and bring out the best talents in different formats where the audiences would want to see like a bouquet. I mean, it's not just one person, one show. You have 10 different artists giving you 10 different varieties of show in that one particular 1 hour or 2 hours. We create that, and I'm sure there are enough audiences worldwide just to create an ad post an inquiry, see the traction coming soon. You will automatically say, everybody around us, we can connect with some sponsors also, that this is something which is coming up. Would you want to be a part of it? Some big names could just come in for free. Some small names, we can take some sponsorship. You know, that's where one generates another generates few more. You know,
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's just a start. You know, we just have to start somewhere. Even if it's a small post, we just have to make an artwork with 10 artists with some nice name around it and a theme around it, coming soon. You know, inquire now. You're not defining any dates, venue, nothing. Just see the attraction, we'll automatically get confidence.
Can some of us sign up for an event right now? I think she has posted her email. Neetu has
Yeah.
posted her email and WhatsApp number. Maybe you can make a note
They
of it.
can, yeah.
Let
They
me
can
just.
Well, Saranya, I meant as he suggested now, like some of us who are interested in collaborating and performing, I meant that can like 4 or 5 of us or 8, 10 of us right now sign up and like at least plant an idea.
See,
Yeah,
maybe what we can do is, those of us are interested, you can write your name and your number, and Design Accent can note it down, and maybe we can connect to
Yeah,
them.
we can instantly
so,
make a group, WhatsApp
so-
group, throw some ideas, see, you know, what everyone is discussing, how, you know, we take that discussion into next level, where we, you know, chalk out the plan as to this theme sounds good. We'll do some research online as to if something already is there, it's not there, you know, what we can do. It's just throwing ideas and creating a group, and we can kick off immediately.
Sure, makes sense.
So maybe those who are interested, you can just drop in your name and email or phone
And
number.
WhatsApp number, and we can,
Yeah, so here, see, if we are planning, or if we all are planning for a event concept, just make sure that you come up with a concept from your own. Because, see, we are the felicitators. We can give our platform to you, but you are the person who will come out with a very interesting content. So you discuss among yourself what kind of event you want to go for, what for an hour, what is the best which you want to showcase, so that why a person will come and he would like to spend his time and see that performance. So you have to come out, you have to curate the whole thing, and then let us know that this is what we have thought of. We can help you in how the digital marketing can work. We can help you some ideas regarding the post and all that, which all of you can keep on posting. I'm sure everybody must be having your own set of followers. So if you can all start posting it among yourself, I'm sure one post can reach to 2,000, 3,000 people, if not more, minimum 2,000, 3,000 people. So this is how you can actually start populating. And trust me, if you start working towards it with a focus, very soon you can have your own virtual event. But don't think that, in next 10 or 15 days, we can make a nice big virtual event and then you can go success, because you need money for that. You need to go out to a sponsor. You need to see what is the budget which is going to be spent on marketing, on platform, on so many other things. Okay. So if you curate the whole thing, make a plan, see who all you can reach. We can also be there. We will be there to help you out. And then once everything is in pipeline, we can just sit together, discuss, and then we can start and we can make an event for you, and then we can go live. So this is how we can actually work on. So as I can see, so many people are interested. So just discuss internally, curate an event, make a process, and let us know. We will be there to help you out.
It's like an Avengers team, every person brings in some superpower, and every person has their own fan following. Even if it's 500 to 1,000 per person, imagine 10 people coming in, you automatically have 5,000 to 10,000 existing known people around for that event. Now imagine we multiply that with some marketing. So we send it to 10,000 people, again that 10% concept comes in. We show it to 10,000 people so that 1,000 people will come.
Yes.
That's how we do that.
Do we have any more questions? Any queries?
Thank you. I guess we had a very good set of questions, and I'm sure people might have received answers. If at all you have any more questions, please do write to us. We'll be happy to
Rajni,
solve it.
watermark setup. What is it? I mean, I did not understand. Are you looking for a watermark setup, or
I didn't get it. Somebody has a query about watermarks?
how to safeguard the watermarks?
No,
Because
watermarks-
the question, I think, in relation to the watermark that you said, there are ways for people to remove. See, for example, generally the watermark on a video is either on the top right corner or bottom, or it is just not at the middle when we are performing.
You can do that for 10%, 20% opacity. You can keep it in the middle also. It won't harm, it won't be so distractive, but it will be very prominent.
But it can be removed, isn't it?
No, if anybody wants to remove it, they will have to blur that area. So just imagine your face, in between there'll be a blur. So that performance anyways will not get that kind of an attraction.
As far as music is concerned, I'm more worried about the music part as we were discussing.
Yeah.
If watermark can save us, that's a different issue. Generally, it's stolen. Then how? Basically for the audio.
Audio part. Now,
Which
where are
we
you?
spend a lot.
Yeah. So whenever the moment you upload the audio on YouTube, that gets timestamped under your ID. So anybody posting that same audio after you posted will automatically become invalid because you're the first person who has posted it. So a copy person cannot post it first and then the original post it later. So the original one will always come first, and copies will come later. So you have, once you, obviously YouTube, and where else do you think, I mean, I wanted to know where else do you put audios online?
Generally, I have my own channel. I put it there.
On YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Okay.
And basically, I make it for students. So then those movie snippets can be done. I mean, can be uploaded by the children, danced by the children. But my numbers are generally, I make sure that it's safe in my own channel.
Yeah.
And then I'm very worried. I don't want to make it public. And then if I don't make it public, then I'm not earning anything.
Yeah.
So this is where my worry actually begins, and my
that has to be there, because you see nowadays anything that comes in fresh gets viral instantly in multiple ways. But that's how that's why in my presentation I mentioned it's pros and cons both. You know, there's a benefit and there's a con also, where you will have this problem of people using it for their own purpose without you getting anything out of it.
Right. Thank you.
Welcome.
Do we have any more questions, any more queries? Or
see, as I can see some comments here, whenever you see anything of your own content, no, you can always report that. It doesn't take much. The moment you see anything, even a smallest post, you can report inappropriate, or you claim that you're the owner, and you can just send it.
see, I think in just continuation to what Ms. Rajini Rao just said, we have, at least I have experienced this with a couple of my students when they picked up a very popular music by some famous musician. And when they were performing it on live on FB, FB, Facebook just muted them while the performance itself.
Exactly.
And this happened to one of my students when she was performing.
Yes.
And then that is when we realized that there is a back end where, they have this, when, the first owner. And it's just not only that, I think I was watching some movie on YouTube, and the movie had melody or the background music of some Hollywood song.
Yeah.
And in the entire movie, for the next 2 minutes of that song was muted on YouTube.
Yeah. So I recommend the next time when you go live,
copyright issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next time when you go live, don't use Facebook or YouTube. Use Zoom. Because Zoom will, what will happen is the Zoom will show your entire show, but the moment you save that recording, it will mute all that and block the video.
Mm-hmm.
At least
But
live it will
not Facebook and YouTube. They will immediately tune in and they'll mute the live performance.
Yes, yes, that's what happens.
So use Zoom, it will show your show nicely, but then the moment you end the show, your video will not be saved or cannot be broadcast.
On YouTube or Facebook.
Or yeah, anywhere. In fact, even Zoom will itself not allow you to download. It will block the video.
right.
Rajeshri? What about Google? They perform on Google Meet.
Google Meet, I'm not sure actually on that.
Yeah, Rakesh, even that can work, I guess, because we have done several events where for inauguration we had used some audio from YouTube. We just played it from the background. It showed during the event, but after that, when we got the recording, so that portion was actually muted. And it was like copyright claim. So we were absolutely okay for that. So that 1 minute was muted in the whole event.
Don't go live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, and for your music, one suggestion, if you put in a lot of effort in creating the music of your own, but that is the copying part is refraining you from getting monetization. So nowadays the copyright, enrolling for copyright is very easy, online. If whatever content you are creating, the moment you copyright it and get the copyright claim, whichever medium you are putting it, that medium will automatically understand with the algorithm that this is a copyright thing if somebody else is using it. If you have used it for your channel, if you have copyrighted for your channel, if I am using it, I will not be able to use that music on the public forum. Personally, I can, but not on the public forum. So if you're putting so much of hard work, try and copyright your music, because that is very important and that will fetch you the money in future.
Is there a way that we need to approach for these copyright?
I guess if you put it on Google, trademark and copyright.
Copyright.
There are many agencies who can do it. Otherwise, there are many other online platforms also where you can actually register the copyright of your music and content.
Okay.
Just Google it, you will get it in India.
Sure.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, once your music is original, it becomes a copyright by itself. You don't have to copyright it. Just like a book when it is published.
Yeah, if it is published first.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the same way, whenever a music is broadcast or telecast or whatever it is, the first time the music is done, it is a copyrighted one. Second time when somebody does it, it automatically strikes.
Yeah, like I said before.
Yeah.
The moment you put it online on YouTube, you are the first to share it.
Yeah.
It becomes your.
So one need not copyright if you are quite clear about your music, that your music is the original, and you are not copied, or the person who has proposed for you has not copied it from somewhere. I think you are rest assured nothing will happen to your copyright, because you don't have a right to copy. That's basically.
Yeah, but before you share it on YouTube, if you WhatsApp it to someone and someone else puts it up online on YouTube, then you lose the original.
Yeah, no, that is true. See, no, that is depending upon the dancers, because they are very, 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 I think, meticulous, and they see to it that the students and only themselves, they share their music. So normally it doesn't go, but once if it comes into the public forum, then becomes a challenge for the same dancer to fight for that.
Right.
So in a way, when you actually, the thing is, when the moment everything is credited, like the musician's name, the dancer's name, everything is credited, automatically becomes a copyright on that particular channel. So there is nothing for us to do anything. It's perfect. Like we have to just give. See, the thing is, we have to accredit the person who has done it. That's the first thing we have to do.
Yeah.
Suppose Zahir Ludhiani has written the lyrics, you have to give the name to that.
Yeah.
If Lakshmikant Keravala has by the All India Radio and Radio Ceylon has been doing this for so many donkeys years.
Yeah.
So the moment a song comes out, they write from the lyricist, singer, music director, Surbati Kiya, Gana Gaya, Lata Mangeshkar or Mohammed Rafi. So what happens is that this is I would say, is an unwritten secret, record, which goes forever. That's the reason when today Kapil Sharma's any of those comedy shows, if they sing any of the, even Amitabh Bachchan's Mere Angare Mein was totally like stopped. Yeah.
Right.
So he sang actually, although he didn't play the track, he only sang in Kapil Sharma's show, but that itself was copyright violation. It was.
Yeah, even now they on their own channel they are not putting any songs.
That's the best thing to do. No? If it has come, the person who has seen it live, that's for them. But when it comes to YouTube, YouTube does the strike. So there is nothing to worry about the music as long as the music is original that we have created.
And we are the first to post it.
Exactly. So with regard to music, I'm here. I think Charanya knows me very well.
Yes.
I create a lot of music. So I have bypassed all the copyright violations by creating original music. So anybody needs any music, please you can approach me. No problem. My name is Krishnamurthy. I'm from Bombay.
Sir, you could actually drop in your email ID on the chat box.
Yeah.
For artists to or your contact number so that they can reach you directly.
Definitely.
For original music, he's Mr. Krishnamurthy, who's been into composing for more than 30 years. If I don't know, I got the number right, but I'm probably much beyond that.
Thank you.
He's been into composing music for dancers, so you can approach him directly.
You surely need him for the theme.
Yeah. If you give me the accent, I'll give you the virtual music.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice meeting all, and thanks to Charanya for organizing this wonderful collaboration with the Rajesh and Nitu, and also with all the dancers who are in need of. I think there is a time that we have arrived at, where we have to change the games of all the rules of the games. I think it's high time.
Yes. Do we have any more questions, or are we good to go? I think.
We don't have any further questions.
No, I don't think so. And first of all, thank you so much to Mr. Rajesh and Ms. Neetu. I'm sure the postponement of the event for more than 1.5 months with all the demise of Sri Gopakumar sir. I think it was exactly on the day of our event that he passed away. Yeah. So it's really unforgettable the way we had to cancel this event in the month of November. But I'm sure this is going to be fruitful for all of us. And surely the connecting to the world audience through organizations like you will really help us to reach our art form to the entire world. So looking forward to a collaborative work with Design Accent. And maybe we will get in touch with you as a team, or even personally. I'm sure we have your numbers.
Yes.
So please feel free to contact Design Accent.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the information, Ms. Neetu.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, and thank you to all the participants who come on a Sunday evening amidst all the other busy schedules to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Stay safe. Right now, this is, instead of bye, we have to say each other.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Stay healthy. Stay home.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.